I gotta be honest, about a couple things. I don't really know where to even start, honestly. I always have these highs, where I'm just on top of everything, bro. There'd just be a whole spree of however long that I'm just on top of everything. Gym, food, rest, YouTube videos, the TikToks, Instagram Reels, the shorts, whatever. After a while, then I get to this spot where I feel comfortable or complacent, and then my momentum just slows down. I don't really know why, other than the fact that it just has to be me getting comfortable, or just not simply wanting it as much as I say I do, or thinking that something is just gonna magically happen for me. I mean, I do always post on Instagram, but Instagram is not the only thing that I need to be posting on. I'm very disciplined when it comes to actually showing up at the gym, not following through with what I'm supposed to be doing. It almost feeling as if I don't have control over myself to even act on it. It's just quite embarrassing, to say the least. It's not always a bad thing, because in times like this is when I have to remember why I do everything in the first place. It kind of sucks sometimes having to remember why I do what I do, because as I get more comfortable doing things, you kind of just don't think about it, bro. You don't think about your whys or why you do what you do sometimes, where you're just kind of in the groove, you're doing your thing. You don't really sit back and think about it until, at least in my case, when I get right here, and then I have to think about it all over again. Because like I said, it's not that I lack discipline. I show up to the gym every time. I'm here 4 times a week. I ended up changing my split. We're doing upper lower rest, upper lower rest. I have 3 rest days now. I feel good, bro. Your boy's been getting stronger. I've been consistent. I've just been here, bro. I've been doing my thing. I can't even tell you how many intros that I've made and then proceeded to not follow through with the video. I rarely have days, where I actually feel motivated, maybe once a week or something, maybe a couple times a week. It kind of just comes and goes, and that's why obviously discipline is important, because motivation is a temporary, feeling. You need to be able to, when you do it enough, you get into the habit. Because a lot of people like to say, oh, discipline is, it's the pinnacle of getting stuff done, I guess. I think in some cases, I don't necessarily think that's true. I think in some cases for me, I feel as if remembering why I do what I do and how much emotion and just baggage I feel as if carries me much more than what I believe my own discipline does, if that makes sense. Even today, I was just thinking, what are you doing? What the goal is, what you're supposed to be doing. Why aren't you doing it? Are you forgetting where this whole passion and everything stemmed from? Am I just forgetting where this all came from? What made me start doing all this in the first place? It's moments like that where I'm just I need to actually wake up. I need to snap back into what I'm supposed to be doing. Growing up, I was never the type of guy to even really go to the gym. It just wasn't my thing, I wasn't the type of guy to be into lifting. I didn't really have an opinion on it, to be honest, on people lifting weights. And I just didn't care about weightlifting in general. It really wasn't until I started getting kind of just made fun of, just made fun of for just being just a little guy. And, to be honest, I was a little guy. I was pretty short and pretty skinny. The people who kind of used to make fun of me, the girls I used to talk to, or friends, or just people at school at the time, or my brothers or whatever, and a lot of it kind of just brushed off my shoulder, because I didn't really care about lifting weights until, at a certain point, it kind of just hurt my feelings enough to where I was just I just want to start lifting weights. And, lifting weights kind of solved some of my problems, some of my insecurities. Then I went through more of a emotional breakdown, through a different event. I just remember just going through what I was going through, and just how ripped apart my soul just felt. What it feels like when your soul is just not there, when your soul is just broken. There was just days on days where it's I didn't feel the need to eat. I didn't feel the need to get out the bed, brush my teeth, take a shower. I always felt the need to sleep, and even when I slept, I had nothing but nightmares, you know, about just everything, you know, like even sleeping wasn't even peaceful. And it was such a hard time because it's just I couldn't move, you know. I just couldn't move, bro. I had no power over myself. I just couldn't do anything. I just remember one day, like, I was like, what am I doing, bro? Like, maybe I should just go to the gym or something. Like, not really have like a goal, you know, just kind of just go, you know, maybe just try to PR or something, like kind of just mess around with the weights. Like, you know, I don't really have no goal here, just kind of just mess around a little bit, you know. I kind of did that. This is kind of where like I started to pick up on, you know, working out a little bit more. The gym was the only thing that kind of just like brought me back. It was the only thing that like, it was the only thing that just made sense. As corny as it sounds, like it was literally just the only thing that really just saved me from just everything that was just, you know, going on. And then I was doing that for a while, and then I liked it, and then eventually I hit like, you know, another like, you know, an emotional event. Then I ended up breaking my hand. I had my shoulder injuries coming up at that time, and once again, bro, my soul is just broken. That feeling while also being like handicapped, you know. And you know, the one thing that could have saved me isn't saving me because it's not here no more, you know. Like I can't do it, you know. I couldn't. And when I tried, it wasn't a good experience, bro. Like my shoulders would hurt, or I couldn't do anything with my hand, and it just wasn't good, bro. I was just so angry, bro. Just so angry with just, you know, myself, people, the world. Like I was just angry. And even like to this day, like I'm still very much so angry, like at everything. The only thing that just kind of just keeps me going, it just wakes me up and it makes me just remember like all the times that I felt the way that I felt. You know, all the times that I felt like I just couldn't do anything. Just all the times that I just felt so like just so weak, just made just so useless, like a toy. Like I'm just like I'm just nothing. It was just such a hard time, you know, at the time. And I don't even know how, but I somehow ended up, like, even without the gym, I somehow ended up making it through. And I really don't even know how, because same thing as the first scenario, the second scenario was the same thing, where it was just like, you know, my soul has just been overly compromised, and I just can't function. And then I like got smaller. I ended up bouncing back. When I bounced back like significantly harder than like I ever have. Like that was the point where like I actually started to like get big and get actual size on me. I kind of like transitioned into like skinny to I don't even know how it even happened. Like I do have, you know, a lot of internal, you know, problems. You know, nothing spiritual in a sense. You know, I don't mean it like that, but I do have like a lot of eternal, you know, like baggage, emotional buildup, and, you know, things of that nature. It sucks to say, but it's like I truly am just broken, bro. Like I just am. I've been doing a lot better with you know, handling myself, you know, accordingly. I would never lie to y'all, bro. Like I really am just messed up. I would never regret anything that ever happened to me. It's who I am, bro. It made me who I am today, and I'm just so thankful, you know, of a lot of things. And I'm thankful that I grow at the rate that I grow, and that I've been consistent as long as I've been consistent. Even if I do slack sometimes, I still show up in some kind of way. It's really like paying off. You know, I've never had so many people recognize me in real life, like as if I'm some kind of celebrity or something, bro, even though like I'm nowhere close to that. It's cool that people recognize me from different gyms, all because I do videos online. You know, I think that's pretty cool. I always want to influence people. Ever since the very beginning, I've always said, I don't just do it for me, but that I do it for you too. And I feel like that's just not fair, bro. You know, that I could say such things and then I sit there and fall short. Like, I don't have to be perfect. No, I don't have to post every single day. But bro, you know, I gotta show up at some point. You know, for the people that like to watch, like there's been people send me videos or pictures of them watching my videos and stuff like that. I'm just like, bro, like, you know, it warms my frail heart. You know, it truly does. Right now we have upper today. I plan on just lifting, you know, as heavy as I can, as best as I can, and just getting the best clips for y'all. Make sure to like and subscribe if you guys are new. And if you aren't new, make sure you like the video anyways. You know, I'm done being a little crybaby. Y'all don't gotta worry about, you know, the tears. And I cry all the time, bro. I don't really come off as a guy to, you know, to be emotional like that, but I cry all the time. You know, it's nothing new. I was crying all day earlier. You know, like I said, it's nothing to worry about, bro. You might have your own why, bro. And let me be an example for you to just never forget why you do what you do, bro. You know, always show up. It doesn't matter what it is, bro. It could be maybe you go to school, maybe you want that raise at your job, maybe you want to start your own business, maybe it revolves around the gym, maybe it's, you know, you want to be a better son or whatever the case is, bro. Like, everyone's life is different. Always make sure you know why you're doing what you're doing and always proceed to follow that path, bro. I'm gonna quit the yap session because I am working out with somebody, so I'm gonna see y'all boys and gals when I get in there. Peace.
Can you be strong for 15 minutes? Can you? Listen, your concentration's weaving a little bit. Pick it up. Pick it up! Don't pull it straight out. Bend your knees and be strong on the inside and go around it. Let's control the outside. Look, the fire's coming. Are you ready for the fire? Look, we're firemen. We are firemen! The heat doesn't bother us. We live in the heat. We train in the heat. It tells us that we're ready. We're at home. We're where we're supposed to be. Flames don't intimidate us. What do? We control the flame. We control them. We move the flame where we want to. And then we extinguish them.
Stop being average when your potential is crying to come outside and be more than that.
That burn you feel, man, you gotta earn that burn.
Happy.
That means check, you did it right. Continue to do that. Nothing's in your way, man. You're a kid again with everything is a possibility. Two forms of pain. Pain that breaks you and the pain that changes you. That's the pain of a change right there. That's the pain of progress. The pain that destroys you isn't this shit. It's later in life knowing you could have been more. And all that's left is you and the fucking mirror and tears of a possibility left that you allow to die. Own your fucking life, guys. You have every opportunity. There's no excuse not to be the hardest motherfucking worker in the room. In all your endeavors, schoolwork, the gym, your career, your relationship, your needs attached to it. It's gotta mean more than anything. That's your needs, all you got. Don't sell out.
But you off trying to start a war with our partners? The nigga diss me every time I see him. Act like he the one in charge and shit. Compton is the one. You lose. Every time you bite with that nigga, I'm the one that pays for it. And you gonna get off his corners? You gonna leave his people be? Or you the one that's gonna find yourself a new plug? You don't mean that shit? The fuck I don't. I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just cause you don't like the way another nigga talk.
At the toppest level of competition, everyone's got the talent. Everyone's got the perseverance. Everyone has it all. And everyone wants it. But somebody wants it more. Someone's heartbeat is constantly beating for it. Not just when people are watching, not just in training, but when they're sleeping, they're dreaming of it. It's a constant cycle.
Top 10, 9th place, 8, 7, 6, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 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 2nd,
Train 3 or 4 hours a day. Do the step mill a fucking hour in the off season. If you're eating fucking 8,000 or 9,000 calories, you're not gonna burn any muscle. You're turning your body into a fucking machine. Squeeze it. Squeeze it. digesting food faster. Your body's fucking growing faster. That's what it is, doing whatever it takes. So if you don't fool yourself and think eating 3,000 calories a day, 5 meals a day, working out an hour a day means that you're a hardcore bodybuilder. You're doing whatever it takes to achieve your goal. You get that fucking 5th place trophy, or you don't make top 5. Fucking face reality and realize you're not working hard enough. I was talking to the winner backstage, and Chris Aceto was doing his fucking diet and his training program, okay? And he said, Rich, I do the step mill an hour a day. I do 5 units of insulin before I get on the step mill on an empty stomach, and I do it for an hour, okay? I do that twice a day. You know what I said to him? I said, you know what? This was before prejudgment. I said, you know what? I said, you deserve to win this show. Whether you win or lose, you deserve to win it, because what you put into this fucking show is unbelievable. Because I wasn't doing fucking 2 hours of the fucking step mill a day, and I wasn't fucking taking insulin before I did the step mill. That's fucking suicide. You fucking die. You're dropping your blood sugar and doing fucking cardio? What the fuck?
Can y'all even see me, bro? Am I too black? I'm probably wondering, like, bro, like, where was the chest at, bro? You did upper? No chest? So I ended up getting on the flat bench. I'm not able to use that gym's machine flies because it's too light, and I could probably do like 20 reps with it. The next time I went to that gym, I ended up doing a flat machine press, which also didn't really feel all that good to me. It felt like I was pushing forward and up instead of actually just pushing like just up, and it also kind of tweaked my shoulder a little bit. So I was like, okay, we're not doing, you know, flat machine presses, you know, ever again. And I'm honestly pretty surprised that I was able to do 3 plates on flat machine press when I literally don't even do presses at all. So I was actually pretty surprised that I was even able to do that when I literally don't even practice that movement. So today I was okay. So I'm not doing pec fly, it's too light. I'm not doing the Smith machine to tweak my shoulder. All right, let's try doing like a free a barbell bench. Now that I'm thinking about it, if the Smith machine slightly tweaked it, I don't even know what I actually thought that the barbell was gonna do. My whole shoulder, like it almost, like, the best way to describe it is that it felt as if like it was disconnected. And I don't mean disconnected as in a sense of like it got dislocated. It was almost like I couldn't even feel it. My whole left side of my arm got turned off. I ended up moving to an incline machine press, like, just to see it. I was pressing with like no weight, and I'm pressing and I'm like, bro, it feels like that feeling that you have when your leg falls asleep or your arm falls asleep. Like that's what it feels like in my left shoulder. Like, it's moving, but it's like nothing's there. Like I was like, bro, like, yeah, I'm done, bro. So obviously when that happened, I was like, you know, I was like, don't do it, you know, don't get in your head, bro. Like, let's just finish this workout. You know, I know how I can get, you know, something like that happens and I'll just want to leave, bro, you know. So that gym really isn't all that good, if I'm being honest, but it's cool sometimes, you know, but I don't know. Next time I was thinking of maybe doing a chest press machine or like flat dumbbells, or I'm just not going to be doing any presses anymore. I'm thinking about maybe just sticking to pec flies, low to high flies. I might try to figure out a way that I can add more weight to, you know, the pec fly machines. I can't really add weight on it because it has like the little sliders, but I think there is a way that you can add weight to sliders though. Because when you lift it up, it does have like the holes. Like, there is holes when you, like, when the weight's going up, you can see the holes in there. So maybe I could do something, bro, you know. I was kind of figuring out my form on the incline press. At first, you guys see me doing it the traditional way, just pressing it, and then I ended up switching it where I kept trying to tuck my elbows, And then I felt like I wasn't really doing that right. So then I ended up doing underhand. And now I'm like, bro, this is all just so complicated. Like, I know what I'm trying to do, and I'm trying to bias my upper chest. Like, if I have my elbows flared and I have my back overly arched or just arched in general, it's going to be no different for me doing a flat press. And I know no matter what, whether it's a flat press or whatever the case is, like, you can't really isolate your upper chest as much. Like, you're going to hit it just a little bit, but I'm actually trying to like focus on it though. So I could not go wrong with doing a seated low to high fly. I just couldn't. It's simply just up and then it's in. Like, I could not mess that up whatsoever. I got cuffs, put the cuffs on, up, in. Like, I should not be able to mess that up, bro. So I might start doing that from now on. Pec flies, then that, move on to everything else. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I said it's all of each and every one of you guys. Make sure to like and subscribe if you guys are new, and if you aren't new, make sure you like the video anyways. And I'm gonna see you boys and gals. Who knows? Definitely not on legs. I don't really feel like recording legs. I might not ever record legs for a while, because legs is just like, you know, it's I'll see y'all again on upper though, for sure. That video might be posted on Tuesday. I'm gonna see y'all boys and gals then. Mwah. Mwah. Mwah.